The University of Melbourne is introducing a new graduate experience to Australia. Through the Melbourne model, the university is committed to providing outstanding graduate education through stimulating and supportive environments for graduate students. Attracting the best and brightest students from across Australia and the globe, the new Melbourne graduate schools offer a more focused and intense course of studies tailored to the needs of those seeking to pursue their professional careers at the highest international standard. The University of Melbourne has led the way in engineering education since establishing the first engineering school in Australia in 1862. Our staff have been responsible for major innovations, including the first plastic banknote in the world, the bionic ear, and the first computer in Australia. The Melbourne School of Engineering is regarded highly on global rankings and is admired by our academic and industry peers.
The 20th century definitely belonged to great science. And I believe the 21st century belonged to great engineering. All the big issues that we are faced with for the moment in the world, sustainability, for example, energy, water crisis, aging, population, all of those are really at heart engineering problems. And we need an awful lot of engineers to address these problems, to be able to give the planet to our grandchildren.
Probably the greatest strength of the graduate programs in the Melbourne School of Engineering is the quality of the students we attract. We get the very best students, not just from in Australia, but from right around the world, coming here, seeking us out to take part in our graduate programs. Once you take that fantastic cohort of students, put them into a research environment with staff who have research networks and reputation that spans the globe, plus laboratories and funding that have the very best of facilities, we get outstanding results.
There's opportunities to go to conferences, both interstate and overseas, and to engage in the wider research community, not just the people in the department. And a lot of people are engaged in CRCs, Cooperative Research Centres, which again means that you've got this network of people that are interested in a similar field of research that you can engage with.
After I finished my bachelor's, I was looking for higher studies abroad, and I searched in different universities, like in Canada, then in Japan, then certainly in Australia, and I found that here in the University of Melbourne, they have the best research facilities and also faculties among all the universities that I have searched.
When an engineer from another country comes into Australia, they certainly bring a whole skill set from the country where they did their qualifications. But by upgrading the degree, for example, by doing a Masters at Melbourne University, it will enable the employer to be able to say, well, look, I clearly understand that now this person has a skill set that is commensurate with what we do in Australia, with where we expect to use him. So it's a really important point from an employee's perspective.
From a Melbourne Uni perspective, a majority of graduates that come through from Melbourne Uni, we find, have those desired attributes, but can also think outside the square. And I guess at Beca we reward innovation, and it's key to be successful in an engineering consultancy. And we find we get that from most of our Melbourne Uni graduates.
Melbourne graduate schools are the logical progression from the new generation breadth and depth undergraduate degrees of the Melbourne model, while attracting students from all parts of the globe.